Hi, Isabel.
And Celeste. Table of contents. What is malaria? Malaria is a very serious and dangerous disease that is transmitted by mosquitoes. Malaria is caused by a really small parasite that feasts on human blood and inserts the disease into our system. Malaria is most common in areas of Brazil, Africa, Brazil, China, India, Turkey, and Saudi Arabia. It is estimated that 500,000 people die from malaria every year, and every minute or so a child in one of these places mostly dies of malaria.
What the?
Malaria is an infected parasite that uses mosquitoes and humans to produce more parasite babies.
Wow. How does malaria affect the body? Malaria has a number of effects on the body. The parasite passes from the blood, where it enters the via bite of an infected mosquito, into the liver, where it reproduces and changes form. After a period of 1 to 4 weeks, usually it would take longer, in the liver, the parasite re-enters the blood and begins to mature. A person infected by malaria has high fever, shaking, chills, and flu-like illness. When the malaria parasite is done infecting the liver, it heads towards the red blood cells to make even more parasites. This is when a person gets really sick and may die if not treated.
Where does malaria come from, or how does it get into mosquito? Malaria is a disease of the blood that is caused by the Plasmodium parasite, which is transmitted from person to person by a type of mosquito. The mosquitoes that carry the Plasmodium parasite of malaria are female only, and just when they are pregnant, because that is when they suck on human blood to get on human blood. After a mosquito bites a malaria-infected human, the mosquito gets infected with the Plasmodium parasites that reproduces and forms bumps and cysts in the mosquito salivary glands. When the bumps and cysts break, the parasite's babies get released and travel to the saliva of the mosquito. When that mosquito bites someone, the infected parasite babies get released into that person's blood system.
Pictures.
Yeah, that right there is a broken plasmodium inside the salivary glands of the malaria mosquito, and these right here, these are the baby parasites,
yeah.
And these are all the other plasmodiums. And here's one that isn't broken.
Here's a picture of a mosquito.
Of a pregnant malaria mosquito. And this is some children under bed nets for protection of the malaria, because they exist in Africa the most. So, and these are some children who have been infected with malaria. This is an animation of the red blood cells getting attacked by the malaria. So, yes. This is a summary.
Only pregnant mosquitoes drink human blood. They need their blood for nutrients to nurse their babies.
Or eggs.
Eggs.
If a human is already infected with the malaria disease, then the pregnant mosquito can insert more, and then the mosquito dies.
Malaria parasite reproduces in the mosquito, and the human body is cause of the malaria disease.
You can get even more sick if a mosquito bites you, and then you get bitten again. If that happens, your malaria disease can make it even harder to heal. The end. Yes, we have some questions for you guys too. For you guys if you actually remembered our presentation. But we'll ask questions first. So, James?
Okay, so once you get infected with the malaria disease, it's in your bloodstream and it's infecting the red blood cells, so it can it can start the process over again, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what happens when they attack the red blood cells. They attack it, and then they use the red blood cell as kind of like a cover from the white blood cells, and then that when they fully kind of like attack the red blood cell gets destroyed, and then all more parasites become up. So it's really
So basically, what happens is that the parasite goes into the blood cell and then affects it, and then
more parasites get formed.
and then like just
That's right.
it like the blood cell. We've seen a video and it turns bad.
Yeah,
It's like
it's really bad.
But that wasn't my question. I was just clarifying that. But my question is, so how, because you said that it's treatable, because you said it makes it harder to heal when you get a second bite. But how would you treat it, and how would medication stop the malaria?
You can prevent malaria. Like there isn't really a cure for malaria, but you can make it kind of like asthma. You can make it better so that it's kind of not noticeable at all, and that's from a kind of thing inside a bark of a tree, and you can prevent malaria from that. I read in it. Huh?
By eating it or drinking it?
You make it into kind of
So it's kind of
Stew?
no, kind of like a drink.
A drink, so a smoothie?
No, it's just you it's kind of like
Do you pound
fine. No, not the video. I don't want to.
Do you pound the bark?
So it's kind of like an antibiotic
Kind of, yeah. Huh?
So it's kind of like an antibody for the malaria pathogen.
Yeah, and they haven't found a vaccine or a cure for malaria, but they're really close. They said by this year they probably will.
That's good.
Yes, Mama.
So, from what you just said, does that mean that if you have malaria, it doesn't leave your body?
Is it what?
From what you just said, does that mean if you have malaria once, it can't go away?
It can go away, but you have to keep on kind of eating the bark. Drinking the bark, and
you're gonna have to be treated every single second, basically.
you have to get a surgery, and then you have to drink the bark, and yeah, it's not good. But you can treat malaria to make